G'day everyone, Johnny Man here, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you've seen right before me, we have two very familiar tractors. This is the 8760, 8960 pack, and there's two different versions of these that we're going to be looking at today. We've got, on one side we have the converted version by Diniz of Diniz Farms, the person behind Automokes on Farming Simulator 19. He converted this alongside a few others as well. And on this side, on the left corner, we have the Siid modding version, which Siid modding has sent off to ModHub and has it uploaded on there today, I think. And we're going to take a look between these two tractors. I'll say what I like about them and what I don't like about them, and then we'll see the feedback to both these two different modders, considering that the fact that Diniz's is conversion. This is a conversion of Siid modding's one. This one originally being from Farming Simulator 19. So, without further ado, let's get into the store and let's customize these to see the differences. So for both of these, if you're on PC, and also there is one version on all platforms as well, you want to go into large tractors, and you'll find them right at the end behind the versatile. So you can see the larger version, which is from Diniz, and the smaller one, which is from Siid modding, I think. Yeah. Well, you got a bunch of different options here. This is Siid modding's version. You've got a whole bunch of different options. First off, we'll go from top to bottom. Fuel tanks. You have standard, extra fuel tank. And in Farming Simulator 19, you would also have the blade attacher coming next, as well as fuel tank afterwards for silage blades and the like. So we'll just put extra fuel tank. Design, we have standard black tip, standard copper tip, standard silver tip, silver pipe. Those are your exhaust pipe options. Now the difference between here and in FS19, the copper tip was bronze, unlike now, which appears to be stainless steel. That's not really something I like, so we'll just keep it at black tip. Attaches, we're going to go around the back here. You have standard, PTO, 3-point, exactly the same as Farming Simulator 19. Additional front lights, you have yes or no. These are just going to add these two lights on the side. Not quite what I'd like compared to the real 8760 that I have, which well, if anyone wants to do it, there's go ahead, I'm all for it. So we'll just leave it as yes. Green Star 3000, you've got no, standard, and standard 2. That's gonna well, it's just gonna add a screen inside the cab there, and it's just for decoration. Engine setup, you got 8760, 300 horsepower, 8960, which has 370 horsepower. Windows, you have black and standard, not like the tint we had before. And then version, you have standard US version, standard Australian version, and not quite what we have over here most of the time. And then you got Aussie extended version. We'll just bring it back to standard. Wheel setup, you have standard, standard 2, twin wheels, twins with weights 2, a bunch of weights. Then you have triples, triples 2, wides with weights 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, twin wheels 2, you got some, so these are the larger ones. And then you have same, all the weights again, wides with hubs, twins 3, with all the different weights, and then back to standard again. We'll just put twin free. And then you got main colour. You got new, used, used 2. This is going to affect how much you're going to get the tractor for. So if you have used 1, it gives it that more worn look, and it's going to take 21 grand off. And then you got design. That's going to be your hood. So say for example you have used 1 all the way around, it's going to drop the price down to 67,000, and you have it new, you'd have it 97,000. So that's that. And you also see on the side it's manual plus power shift. Not quite what it actually is, but we'll get to that later. So now we're on to Diniz's version. This is the convert from FS19. You have standard, add extra fuel tank, blade attacher, and back to standard again. Basically this is the same options as the Farming Simulator 19 one, and one feature that I like about this one is well, you got the bronze one as well. And it's pretty much all the same, except dark tint level 1 and back to regular again. And you've also got the proper names for like all the tyres and stuff that you had in FS19. For example, let's just go 800 joules. And it's all the same as before, but this time it's power shift. So we got these 2 tractors right out here in the store. Let's jump into Siid Modding's version. Fire her up. And the difference between this is they've got different engine sounds too. One thing I do not like about this though is well the ranges and the gear sticks are back to front, which is a problem that has been since the FS22 update, and has also happened with the 7810 as well. Come on, you need to fix this. So you got A, B, C, D, and for some strange reason you have E as well, despite the fact that in real life you'd only go up to D range. And then for the groups you'd have 1, 2, 3, and 4, when in actual fact you'd go up to 6 forwards gears and 4 reverse gears, which I'll do a comparison for the 7810 as well in a future video between the real life ones and the in-game ones. So we'll just have it in, oh hang on a minute, enhanced video. You can see right down there that it says it's in neutral, but for the actual gear stick it's in neutral when it should be in first, and then of course it shifts second, third, fourth. But when you go into reverse, it doesn't make a difference with the gears, and that's not good. But anyway, let's stick it at C3, make sure it's forward, and we'll drive it around. Another thing that this tractor has in real life is that you'd have a throttle lever, which is the third one to the left, and that depends how fast you're going. So let's shift it to D, and you can pick up the pace, and that's all well and good. Let's bring it to a stop here. And that's that. Again, keep in mind that the sounds will be very different when we jump into the convert version. Yes, the very familiar sounds. Now the difference between this one and the other one is, while that one has the proper shifting gears and stuff. This is pretty much the same as the Farming Simulator 19 version. But, well, I've spoken to the converter of this, and he says it's gonna update it when he gets the time. So, now, the thing I like about this one is, well, I was back to the FS19 version, and, well, it's done good. The only thing I don't like about this is, again, the gear sticks are all wrong. So, once again, I have spoken to Tyson Diniz, and he said that he's going to update this, probably just to use Siid's base FS22 version and modify it to fix the gearbox, and that's all well and good. Now we're going to get onto the harsher part of the video, and which of these two tractors I like better. The Siid modding version. Well, I do like that this version is the one that's on all platforms, and it has the moving gear sticks and stuff, like you can shift ranges and the like, which is very much a much better improvement from Farming Simulator 19. You got the gearbox wrong, Siid. What on earth are you doing? And that's just the starters. He's also got the engine sounds wrong. What happened to the nice, proper recorded 8960 sounds that we've had from Farming Simulator 19? And this is a problem that many people have noticed. Usually when modders convert things over from a previous version of the game. Case in point, the Black Sheep modding Big Brute model from Farming Simulator 17 to Farming Simulator 19 took away the original sounds that the FS17, the most accurate sounds, mind you, would have had. If anything, look, Siid, you did a good job getting this to all platforms, right? But it's not good enough, because you need to fix the transmission in this. It's not a manual plus power shift, it's strictly, mostly manual, as it would be of the time. Now, Giant Software, the creators of the game, they've also got this wrong as well for swapping the ranges and the actual gears on the 7810 model. It's not good enough. Players are going to start complaining if you're getting all the gear sticks and stuff wrong. It's not good enough. So, this is the thing, right? It's gonna... Well, I don't know if this is true or not, and I'm trying not to be too harsh on you, Siid, but you need to step up your game. Yes, you may have done a very good job at it, and I'm not criticising this model. The model is very detailed and it is very accurate. It's just the transmission is wrong and the sounds are wrong. Like, it's not good enough. You need it, like modders these days. Like, people can see what's wrong with the actual model, and they try to improve on it. And while this is a convert version, I still consider this a slightly better version than this. Okay, maybe that's a bit exaggerated, because this one is the less superior one, being from Farming Simulator 19. But just fix the transmission already. Like, you can see in here, you've got A, B, C, and D. None of this E business. There is no E range. Like, come on. It's not good enough. But all that aside, on Mod Hub, if you truly want this to be a realistic model and a high quality model, this, for right now, for all platforms, is what we've got so far. So unfortunately, until Siid Modding has enough complaints to say, look, you got to fix this, this is not good enough, this is what we've got to work with right now. And, yeah. That's the story between these two. Now, of course, I was a little bit skeptical at first about the convert version because I didn't want to accidentally start an argument with Siid Modding finding out that there's a convert version of his model that people have done that just happens to be slightly better than his. Like, it's just not good enough. And Tyson, if you can improve this to be much better than the Siid Modding version, then do it. If you can use this as a base and then convert the sounds from the FS19 version over and fix the transmission, you'd be doing something right. And that will be what we'll have until Siid Modding gets their act together and fixes this. At least it's not a crappy model, not a crappy convert like other people would be doing on dodgy mod sites. And once again, I'm trying not to be too hard on you, Siid, but this is just not good enough. We have standards. And, well, if you can improve this, please do. Because a lot of people won't be happy when they find out that, the gear sticks and the transmission is broken in this. But anyway, sorry if this had to be such a bit of a downer of a video, but it had to be said. Thanks for watching, everyone. I've been the Johnnyman, you've been my audience, and maybe next time, the next Farming Simulator 22 video, it will be a crossover between the Nelly Creek Real Life series, where I can go into the real John Deere 8760 and the real John Deere 7810, and prove what is right about the Farming Simulator counterparts and what is terribly, terribly wrong. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button and comment down below what you think of this. Am I being too harsh? Am I not? Do you want to see more mod videos? If so, please do let me know. Alright, catch you next time, everyone, and happy farming.